it wouldn't let me turn the camera around. So I'm just going to make another video here. Okay, so remember your thesis statement is a judgment about a character. I chose Connie to use as an example. It's a very easy one to use because there's so much information about her. And the judgment I'm making about her is that she's a typical teenage girl. You could also say that she's not a typical teenage girl, just as long as you find supports from the story that support that, okay? So that's my judgment, which is my thesis. And then the next thing that we need to do is come up with reasons why she is a typical teenage girl. Because those are going to be your supports, which will also be your topic sentences in your body paragraphs. So let's think for a second about Connie. Why is she a typical teenage girl? I could say she's typical because she doesn't get along with her parents. Okay, maybe that's not typical for, or, you know, maybe you got along with your parents as a teenager, which is great. I hope so. I hope my kids get along with me too. Speaking of which, my daughter's going to be a teenager tomorrow. She'll be 13. Anyway, but kind of typically, teenagers kind of butt heads with their parents sometimes. So I could use that as a support that she doesn't get along with her parents. Another one might be that she is vain. Okay, Connie is vain. A lot of teenage girls are pretty vain. You know, they think about their looks a lot. They look in the mirror, you know, like Connie does all the time, etc. Hold on. So sorry for the cough. Anyway, another reason why she is a typical teenage girl is she's boy crazy. I think a lot of teenage girls are boy crazy. You know how girls will, you know, at 12 and 13 or 14 or 15 or whatever, write their names all over their notebooks, Mrs. whatever, and just, you know, think about whatever boy that they tend to be dating that week or month or year, whatever. Okay, so then those are your supports, and those will also be your topic sentences for your body paragraphs. So let's move on to body paragraphs. Remember from the handout, you're going to follow the Tikwa pattern, or Tika, however you want to say it. So if one of your reasons for her being a typical teenage girl is that she doesn't get along with her parents, you're going to find two quotes, because remember the Q stands for quotes, that support that. And then I've reminded you here, don't forget to cite. You know, you learned how to do that in Comp 1. If you've forgotten how to do that, just let me know, and I can send you some information or post it on Blackboard. Just let me know. Okay, so in the Tikwa pattern, of course, you have your topic sentence. So I could say, one reason Connie is a typical teenage girl is that she doesn't get along with her parents, period. And then, of course, you know, everything in that paragraph has to support her not getting along with her parents. So then I will kind of have an introductory sentence that's going to introduce this quote. And a quote that comes to mind is when she says, you know, her mother, like, my mother makes me want to throw up all the time. Or she just makes me want to throw up. So that would be a reason, you know, a piece of evidence from the story that supports that she doesn't get along with her mom. And then the A right here, of course, is the analysis. And that's the most important part, because that's how you show how this quote supports Connie being a typical teenage girl by not getting along with her parents. Let me get a drink. Okay, sorry. And then you, of course, transition into another quote. Of course, you'll have to introduce that a little bit. And you'll come up with another quote that supports not, excuse me, so sorry, not getting along with her parents. Okay? So that's kind of how that works. Now, you know, that's Connie. You can choose any character that you want. Arnold Friend is another one that people typically do, because again, lots of information about him. You might say that Arnold Friend is the devil in disguise, or you might say that Arnold Friend is just a really good stalker. You know, whichever one, you know, you kind of want to think about. You could do Jig, you could do the American, you could do Louise Mallard. One judgment about her that I typically like is, you know, Louise Mallard is just a victim of her time period. And then you would find evidence to support, why do you say that? Why do you say that she's a victim of her time period? You know, it could be an arranged marriage. She's young, you know, all these different things. She didn't really have recourse to get a divorce, you know, at the turn of the century. So different things that you can think of, but just make a judgment about a character and then you're going to support that. Sorry for the sore throat. Anyway, hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Okay, and again, my email is working. Oh, let me show you. I am still, let me pull this in here. So I have deleted 13,239 emails. I still have 2,285 to go through. So anyway, if there's, oh, sorry, there's pictures of us being silly. But anyway, so that's my deal with my email. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm working hard. Okay, bye.